All right, so today I'm going to answer a question. In the future I'll be answering more questions, okay? So this one is from Alessandro. Alessandro says, "Ciao, è un po' che ti seguo. Buon anno intanto." So this was in January. Posso sapere un po' meglio come si svolgono i tuoi programmi e i tuoi relativi prezzi? Grazie. So that's a good question. So sometimes people ask me this question, and sometimes I answer, sometimes I don't, because my program and my coaching is different. I mean, almost every time I tell somebody that I coach English, they automatically put me into a box. Oh, you're an English teacher. Yes, I'm an English teacher, but more specifically, I'm a language coach. I'm a fluency coach, which is a little bit different, okay? So, what I do is I show you how to learn a language in its entirety. So, from A0, which is beginner, all the way to C1, which is advanced. And also, I teach you how to become more fluent. Okay, so how do you speak when you don't have someone to practice with? How do you practice your speaking? How do you practice your listening without a teacher, without a partner, without a speaking partner? Because I learned Italian by myself. So I'm giving you everything. I'm giving you everything and I'm putting it into one package, right? So it's not like an English teacher where you're learning maybe 10 or 20 lessons and then, okay, basta, it's finished. No, this is how do you learn an entire language um, in a year, okay, or let's say 1 or 2 years, because it took me, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years to reach the C1 level. So what I'm doing is I'm saving you 3 years minimum, probably, okay, maybe 4 years, depends on your speed, but I'm saving you 3 to 4 years, maybe more, of frustration, 3 years of trying to discover new strategies and things like that, because it took me a long time. I discovered many different strategies. Some strategies worked, some strategies didn't work. I tried many different methods. And at one point, when I reached the B1 level, I was stuck for 2 years. I was stuck at the intermediate level. So I don't want you to waste time like I did. So I have a coaching program that shows you how to become more fluent, even if you don't live in the country, even if you don't have someone to practice with, you can still improve your fluency quickly. Okay, so that's what I have. Here's and it's so different because I am your language coach for English. Okay, so we meet once a week, and then during the week you are going to do these fluency exercises to improve your speaking, to improve your accent, to improve your pronunciation, but also to improve your comprehension, to improve your listening. Okay. For example, instead of paying a teacher, I don't know, €30 per hour, €40 per hour, €50 per hour, and then you have to buy 50 lessons or 100 lessons. Instead, this is everything together, okay? And some of you have employees and you're spending €20,000 for your employees. You're spending €3,000 per employee for how many lessons? 50 lessons, maybe. I don't know how many lessons you're buying, but I remember when I worked at the language school, companies would pay for 26 lessons, okay? And they were spending tens of thousands of euro without a guarantee of results. And then they do the same thing every year. Every year you're spending 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000 for English teaching, okay? This is language coaching, and I'm showing you everything, okay? And we'll get into the price later. No, we'll talk about the price now. So, to go from beginner A0 to C1, you need about 700 hours with a language school, which a language school, you need 700 hours with a language school with a English teacher or with a program. Okay, you need 700 hours of practice in an organized way. So if you multiply that 700 hours times, let's say, €50 per hour. Okay, for a language school, usually it's about €50 per hour. It's €35,000 to go from beginner to C1. My coaching is about 5,000. That's it. All right. And that's why I don't really share. Usually, I don't share my prices with people because they might say, "Oh, well, that's too much." But in the long run, if you were to get an English teacher and you were to spend or pay for 700 lessons, you would spend about 35,000, and that's just for English. Now you have to do the same thing if you want to learn another language. You have to do the same thing again for Spanish, for Portuguese, for with my coaching, you learn how to learn a language by yourself, and then you can use the same strategies to learn other languages. So you can learn Spanish, you can learn Portuguese, you can learn Chinese with the same strategies. So that's why it's so different from what most people are doing, and that's why I don't even know if I want to continue the coaching one-on-one yet, because I want to help more people, and I think I'm going to create the digital, or I am creating the digital product, and I'm not saying that for scarcity. I'm probably going to suspend coaching for a little bit so that I can focus on the digital products so that I can help more people. But that's what I do. Okay, so my price is around 5,000. I would say 4,997. But you're going to improve your fluency quickly so that you can close $1 million contracts, so that you can expand your business online, so that you can manage your team abroad. But most of all, so that you can overcome your fear of failure, your fear of making mistakes, your fear of judgment from other people, embarrassment, shame. The biggest thing that you will get is you will feel more confident. Okay, so for example, one of my clients, Chine, he has a web agency. His level was a B2, and he came to me, and we were able to give him some strategies in which he was able to reach the C1 level. Okay, after a few months. But not only that, he felt more confident on presentations. Okay, when he was doing webinars or when he was writing social media posts. Okay, if you look at his social media posts, he almost sounds like a native speaker when he writes. And then there's also other people like Eladia. So she started again at like a B1.2 level, and then she reached the C1 level, after a few months. So now she's doing speeches and she's talking on the phone. And then I have many other students on my page, testimonials, and other people who've reached higher levels, other people who've reached or they feel more confident while speaking. So it's a process, okay? And if those are the results that you want, if you want to feel more confident, send me a message. I'm not really, I'm promoting, but I'm not promoting at the time, because I'm trying to finish this digital product so that I can help more people. But if you still need help, I'm still taking people right now at the moment. Just send me a message, okay? Ciao.